105.7 FM, and it's that time of week where we have the Chief of Police in here. Introduce yourself, please.
Chief Byron Williams, Holly Hill Police Department.
And he's a little busy. His phone's already going off as he walks in the door. Is our city that busy today, buddy? Or is it just a Monday?
Just a Monday.
Yes, it is. I know. He volunteered to do Mondays, so when you guys know this, it was his decision, not mine.
Yes, it was mine.
Ben, what's been going on in our city?
Not too much. We've just been busy trying to get ourselves prepared for the summer turn, and everybody's out of school now, so we want to make sure the kids have something to do and not getting in trouble.
Well, first of all, I want to say hats off to the video I watched the other day of a patrol car pulling somebody over, but helping a blind person walking. I thought that was so touching.
Absolutely.
I mean, we need those kind of things to remember that they're human beings, okay? They're not the person that's going to give you a ticket. And I thought that was such a great video to put up.
You know, that's my biggest thing, and I tell people all the time, even our neighborhood watch meeting the other night, it was basically, I'm doing my best to try to humanize the badge.
Mm-hmm.
And that was just one, great, opportunity that presented itself. Our officers showcase what they're all about. It's not just taking people to jail, but the ultimate thing we get in this job for is to help people. And
I just loved how he handled it.
Absolutely.
I have helped a couple of people that are blind before in my life, and he was trained. You know what I'm saying? It was and I don't know, was he trained or he just had that much compassion?
That's just the compassion, because you can't train that. You can't.
And I didn't know if that was something you could do.
No, you can't train that. That's just compassion, human decency, and we respect anybody, even if you weren't in the badge, to do something like that. Oh,
totally. But, people are funny. We don't want to get involved, or we don't want to, what if something this happened? What if they're fake? People think all the craziness of the world now, don't we?
It's gotten to that point. Absolutely.
I know. Absolutely. We've taken the kindness out of us, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
So I love seeing it. Keep it up, guys. I appreciate it so much. And what's going on with the summer with trying to do stuff in the neighborhood?
Well, we know typically, crimes spike up in the summer, and that's in any city or municipality.
Really?
So we try to make sure, yes, absolutely, because, the kids are out of school, and a lot of them don't have anything to do. They get bored, and idle hands, as we know, is the devil's workshop.
I didn't even think of it that way.
So sometimes they get into a lot of different things, and so we try to spike up our numbers, get our activity up, get proactive, and try to make sure kids stay out of trouble.
Join the Y. No, really.
that is
my kids
what
were
we try
little,
to push.
Yeah, when my kids were little, they did the YMCA program, and I want to tell you, that was one of the best programs. My kids tried a little bit of everything,
really?
You know what I'm saying? But that was the best program that was out there, because there's so many different things.
Yep.
They couldn't get bored. Every day was an adventure, and so shout out to the YMCA. I mean,
we give them a plug today.
Yeah, and we got one of those right here in our town, don't we?
Absolutely, right there, right down the street from the police department. So, if your kids don't have anything to do this summer, like you said, join the YMCA.
Yeah.
They have a lot of different activities, and we also, as the police department, take part in some of the activities there. We're going to have our K9 out there one of the days this month, trying to just engage the kids with the dog and let them see the dog and what the dog does.
Might be our next K9 cop. You never know.
There you go. There you go. Absolutely.
And you're doing school supplies starting pretty soon for the kids.
We got school supplies going on right now. The drive is going on right now.
Oh, okay. I didn't think it started for another week.
Yes, we already started the drive, and we are looking to have our school backpack giveaway in August. I don't have the specific date in front of me, but we will have all that posted out on our website, and not only on the police department page, but also the city's page and Facebook.
Now, where can we bring our supplies?
We have different areas. If you want to bring them directly to the police department, we do have a receiving area that we can receive those supplies.
Okay, that front door when you walk in?
The front door,
okay.
Absolutely.
Well, that's a perfect place, because it's centrally located and it's easy to do. So
absolutely. But several of our businesses here also are going to be supporting us and helping out by receiving items at these different businesses. And when you walk in, you will see the display that they're advertising for the school drive. So,
how many kids are you trying to help this year?
As many as we possibly can.
I love that answer. Yeah, because there's a lot. People don't realize that's an expensive little thing to go school shopping.
Expensive. Absolutely.
And then then there's the wonderful teachers out there that when the kids fall short of having the supplies, then they step up. So wouldn't it be great that no teachers have to step up this year?
It's hats off to our teacher. A lot of people don't know the teachers. They're in the background, but what they have to do.
Yep.
And they front a lot of things out of their own pockets.
They sure do.
And when you look at the salaries of teachers and administrators, and now that they're taking the time to pull stuff out of their own pockets, and they're not making a big to-do about it. They're not showcasing, look what I did.
Right.
There's just what they need to do to get the job done, and hats off to our teachers for doing that.
I have a couple friends that are teachers, and I love that they'll put out an Amazon list, and they're not like forcing you. They're just saying, if you feel it in your heart. Like for me, I don't have little people. I have little people grandchildren, but they're getting bigger, and so their needs are different. So I always pick a teacher.
Absolutely.
I love to help on the drives, but I love to pick a teacher and just send a surprise.
Yeah, we are great supporters of Holly Hill School, and Principal Miss Deeks and her staff. They are great and wonderful, and we try to give as much as we possibly could to help them out in whatever capacity we can do that in.
And you can always drop off your stuff here, put it here, and I'll make sure he gets it because I see him every Monday.
Every Monday.
Yeah. So what else is going on in the city? You got some stats?
Yes, our stats this month are looking good. Slightly changed from last month, but not that much. Our calls for service pretty much stayed the same at 2,600 calls this past month. We made over 40 arrests, and we wrote down or took at least 157 incident reports, which means we went to a call and we actually had to write a report out. We've actually issued over 400 citations.
Wow, that seems like a high for this month.
And that's including we were actually being very proactive out there on the streets, on our main corridors, and on our Riverside Drive area. We have what we call our standalone radar vehicle counter boxes. If you drive on Riverside,
yep, seen it.
You will see them posted on the wall. But that is there not for us to take information to write citation to drivers, but that's to educate the drivers on how fast they're going, but also give us a sense of how many people are speeding up and down that roadway, how many vehicles are crossing over that roadway.
And I love that because it's 35 and then it goes down to 25.
Yes.
And so that's a huge thing.
Absolutely.
And I love the reminder. Yep. I mean, I really do. It doesn't bother me at all. It's kind of like, oh yeah, well,
And I don't know if I said it early in past broadcasts, but when you look at Riverside, it's a very busy roadway. Just Riverside Drive by itself. Just from last month to this month. Last month we had over 84,000 cars pass.
Oh my goodness!
And that is just driving northbound. And
84,000?
Yeah. This past month we had 79,000.
That shocks me.
The volume of traffic that's moving back and forth on that roadway is just like mind blowing. Because that's a local road, but
I was going to say that's probably just all of us locals that know to take that road instead of like Ridgewood or whatever. I know I take that road going home lots of days. I never realized it was that traveled, but I guess it is.
But out of those, I'll say now this past month was 79,000 cars. Out of those 79,000 cars, 18,000 were speeding.
Wow, isn't that sad?
So that lets you know
Does it tell you how fast they're speeding?
Yeah, I do have those numbers as well, but not here today.
Okay.
But yeah, it literally gives us a full breakdown of how many are going.
See, I love numbers, and I was just wondering, is it closer to the 35 because people think it's 35? No, they do. I really do. I really think they think it's 35 because up in Ormond it's 35, and if you live up there or whatever, you're coming through. I think it's confusing.
Yeah.
And so I'm just wondering if it's speeding, or if it's 35 speeding, and which is still speeding.
Which is still speeding when it comes to the city of Holly Hill. That's 10 miles over. We have it set to like 10 to 15 miles over. Okay. And that's where that range that I'm quoting off right now is at.
Okay.
Do we have some that go above that? Absolutely, we do. But
crazy, isn't it?
The majority are in that small, consistent 10 to 15 mile over range.
Which is way over, and that's a nice fat ticket.
Yeah, it is. It's a very expensive ticket. What would be even more concerned if we had a large consisting that was over 15 miles an hour consistently. Yes. That would be more alarming to me and would alert us to put more effort down there.
Well, I see you guys out there more, and I appreciate it because I do travel that road, and like I said, I see it. I love the little speed thing, the little light up thing. I think it's very good to have that, and so thank you for that.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're trying to be more proactive with our traffic enforcement. So this year I applied for a grant to incorporate 4 more of those type of signs that we can put throughout the city and in our school zone areas to monitor those areas constantly as well and give us an opportunity to adjust our resources if we need to those particular areas.
Totally with the school zone. Do people not understand a school zone or what? It just drives me absolutely bonkers. And I get yelled at. I get honked at. I'm sure I get called names. But, I mean, come on. When school's in session, you need to slow it down.
Absolutely. And now that school's out, obviously, you know, we can breathe a little easier that the kids are not at school. We don't have the issue with school zones, but they do have summer school there, so the school still will be open, and we need to
So
make sure
then we do need to still do it because of summer school.
Yeah, we still would need to enforce the school zones during that time frame. It's not as a large amount of kids there as we would be during the regular year.
It doesn't matter if there's one.
It's still a small amount of kids there. So that's where we're at with our traffic. Obviously, even with all the arrests, all the traffic citations we issued and whatnot, we were able to make 6 DUI arrests, which is very important. I do not like intoxicated drivers.
I don't either.
They're very deadly on the roadway, so we try to get them off as much as we can. We've just recently purchased 2 intoxilizer machines, so we can actually do our full DUI investigations right here at the police department itself.
Holly Hill's just getting uptown, aren't we?
We're trying to move up a little bit, you know.
Well, because we are a small city, I guess, compared to other people, but we're a big city.
Yeah, we are. And, you know, because we're a small city doesn't mean that we can't still handle a lot of the issues that we have here in Holly Hill.
Well, it's funny when you hear some of the reports. It's like a lot of people end up in Holly Hill.
Yeah, they do.
Isn't it weird when you hear that? It's like, I've seen it like on major news things that you guys have caught somebody in Holly Hill, and you think, how's that? Because they think, oh, we don't have the technology, or we don't have the
we don't have the manpower. We're a small city, but also this is a pass-through city. A lot of people, and I would say a lot of criminals pass through Holly Hill.
I know.
Transiting to another city, Daytona Beach, Ormond, or wherever they're trying to get to. And we catch a lot of them just traveling through the city itself. Just recently, we had a kidnapping suspect that passed through the city, and we was on our way to get to him because we had got the direction of travel and things of that nature. But he had just crossed over into Daytona Beach off of Mason, where they were able to get a hold of him and grab him in time. But, you know, they pass through our city all the time. The technology that we are gathering or gaining at this police department for things like that is the reason why I'm pushing so hard to get these type of things.
I actually think I saw that bus that day because all of a sudden it was very active on Mason Avenue.
Yeah,
I think I did see it that day. It was crazy. But I love that it's crazy like that. I love when something's happening and that you guys shut it down and help each other and accomplish it.
And we want people to know that Holly Hill is not just a sleepy town. It's not a sleepy town. We are actually proactive here. Our police department is well equipped to handle anything that happens in this city. And the technology that we're gaining is just putting us even more further ahead of the game to make sure that we keep the city safe.
Well, and I see you guys a lot more. It seems like I'm seeing you way more than I used to see you, and maybe that's just me paying attention more or whatever. No, but I'm saying, like in my little part of the neighborhood, I appreciate it every day. I see somebody in the morning coming to work. I see police officers every morning, and I'm just thankful. They don't freak me out. They don't stress you out. I look at it as thank you.
Yeah.
I want to see you out on the roads.
Absolutely.
I want to know that if something happened, you're going to be there in a second. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, people looking for us all the time. I was even out there driving. I drive around every once in a while. You won't see me because I'm in an unmarked car, but
I know what it looks like.
Yeah, you do. But I peruse through the neighborhoods. I was actually in your neighborhood the other day driving around just checking out.
My camera caught you. But no, it's important to know that, the city is cruising through the neighborhoods and stuff.
Absolutely.
Because it does make you feel safer. And even unmarked or marked, I believe that it gives the presence to everybody, the good, bad. And you know what I'm saying? So that we know as a good person, yay. As a bad person, they're paying attention.
Absolutely.
So I appreciate it very much.
So we're doing a lot of good things in the city and in the police department. I'm just happy that we're maintaining our stats. We are keeping the crime low, making sure violent crime is not rearing its head here in the city. And when it does, we get on top of it very quickly and try to make the arrests as quickly as possible. Our victim advocate, she is doing a great job at what she does. A lot of people know that she deals with a lot of the, not only victim, but domestic violence victims and things of that nature.
She's got a rough job.
She has a rough job, but she does a great job with it. We had, this month alone, we had over 7 victims, domestic violence victims that she's dealing with, but also a number of other victims from other crimes that she has to handle as well. But domestic violence, it rose up a little bit this month compared to last month. which that's nothing that we can proactively combat against.
Right.
But we try to educate as much as possible and give people, domestic violence victims, an opportunity to know that there are other resources they can reach out to get out of the situation they're in.
I think that's a major problem as far as being in it. You don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You just don't know who do I call? What do I call? Because if you're in a violent situation, you've been threatened. And the things that you were threatened with are the people you love. And also, if you call the authorities, this is going to happen to you.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
so, not knowing information, you stay. And so, I think it's very important that we get the information out there.
I've dealt with that. I'm pretty sure a lot of us has dealt with that on a personal level. Know someone in the family, a family member that has been through that. And sometimes you don't understand the power of psychology when it comes to those relationships. And you ask yourself, why do they stay? You know.
It's amazing, but you do.
Yeah.
I mean, I was in an abusive relationship way back in the day, way before Tim. Let's just clarify all this.
Yeah, let's clarify that.
Well, because, everybody just knows Tim. But 3.5 years I stayed.
Yeah.
Because of the threats.
Yeah.
And the threats were personal things to me. And so I stayed. There was not information 40-something years ago that was easily to get to. There was no internet. There was no whatever. I love it that you have somebody in the department helping. I love that you do it once every couple months. You do a whole presentation on it. I mean, you're really trying to get it out there, and that's wonderful.
And it's a great avenue. That's what she does all day long.
So can she just call can like a person just call the police department? And
absolutely.
Okay.
If they want to get information, they can call her, Daisy Gonzalez. She can call her and get the information that you need for whatever you may need. You may not even be a victim right now. You call it on behalf of somebody else, but she is there. We do have that resource there.
That's wonderful.
To give you all the information that you may need.
Wonderful. Hats off to that.
Absolutely. So she had over 27 victims that she served last month compared to the month prior, and that's kind of like what we're looking for. We want to make sure that the education is there, the knowledge is there, information is there, that they know they can always reach out to the Holly Hill Police Department, and there's going to be somebody to answer their questions that they may have.
That's wonderful.
Absolutely.
Right there is $1 million thing.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're trying to do a lot of good things there. We still have our different programs that are going on right now. We have our SADI program. We just had our neighborhood watch meeting this past Thursday. It was a great turnout, and we had one of our newer lieutenants come and speak about, the programs that he's involved in, and also we are trying to showcase our new recruits that we have hired on. As of in the next couple of weeks, we will be pretty much at full staffing then.
That's wonderful.
Yes, we have 2 that are going to be graduating from the police academy the first time ever in Holly Hill.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
so-
a big, look at all the stuff you've been
we're
doing.
doing all the new stuff now.
Yeah.
So once they come aboard, then we'll be at a full staffing capacity, and we're able to do a lot of new things. Next week, we'll begin to basically transfer some of our officers over to what we call our CRA unit now.
What does that mean?
Community Redevelopment Agency or area.
I did hear about that. Okay.
Yes. So that basically encompasses most of Ridgewood Avenue, right there on the edge going back to, I would say, State Street and Carswell.
Okay.
The business community there, and a little bit off of back to Daytona Avenue.
Okay, so I'm in that zone.
You're
Okay.
in that zone.
Yeah.
And we have dedicated officers that just patrol that area alone, just the CRA area.
Ooh, I
so
like
you
that.
have dedicated officers in the CRA area tending to not only the residents but the businesses and that. They're going to be addressing transit issues.
Well, that's got a lot better around here.
Yeah, absolutely. Those type of things, and calls for service as it comes up, dealing with our businesses and making sure our businesses have any issues, they're addressing them immediately. But I put a spin on that as well.
Uh-oh.
So they're also going to be what I would call a proactive response team. So they're going to be in the CRA area, but they're also going to be partly dealing with a lot of the day-to-day proactive operations that we're going to be having, targeting the prostitution, targeting the drug offenses, and things of that nature.
Well, that's great.
It's absolutely good. It's something I've been wanting to do since I first started, but I had to wait till the manpower get there to do that.
Right, because they're going to be like a whole separate thing, right?
Yes.
So you're going to have one group of normal police officers, and then you're going to have a specialty group, right?
Yes, a
is that
specialty
the
group.
best way to
That's
explain it?
the best way you can explain it to you.
So we're having double what we used to have,
Yes.
kind of. Okay.
Yes, with the same amount of manpower. So
Okay.
I'm kind of working outside the bounds here, but making everything work the same way we can.
Oh, I think you'll be able to get it.
Absolutely. We're making
It will be very exciting.
We've already worked out the logistics, so it's definitely going to be an improvement to what we currently have. And I think a lot of the neighbors and residents are going to love it. So,
well, I think just being as a business, I feel like sometimes as a business we need that little extra eyes on us.
Yes. Yes.
Our parking lots or our buildings or whatever.
Well, you don't get an officer that's here for a couple of minutes because now they just got called to another call. Now you got a dedicated officer that can, really give you all the attention that you need in your issues that you're having on your properties.
And I appreciate that big time as a business because I've been here like forever. And, it's sad. It didn't happen here, but people think that it's just their trailer or it's just their piece of equipment that they left out or whatever. It's not that we left it out, a forklift is where you're going to put it or whatever the item is, so, and people think that means it's theirs.
Yeah.
It is not theirs.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And as a police officer, I'm sure it's like, why didn't they lock it up or there's no more places to put stuff, and we want to know that our properties are safe.
Yep, absolutely. We had a discussion in our neighborhood watch meeting, and we were talking about properties. Obviously, we discussed the newest legislation that's coming out that has been put on the voter referendum to vote on in November, dealing with our home exemption taxes. And we had a discussion on that, and we just, I've been one just to educate, and I encourage our residents to educate themselves on this bill that's coming out. Don't be persuaded by anybody but yourself.
Right.
I mean, do your own homework and do your own research to really see the ins and out of this bill and how it's going to affect the city. A lot of cities are worried about it, how it's going to affect their bottom line when it comes to staffing, personnel, operations of the city. How is that going to affect it when they're going to be losing some of the funding for those operations? But I just want our residents here, citizens here in Holly Hill, just to do the research to see how it's going to affect Holly Hill.
Yes. It's hard, though, because you hear numbers sometimes and you only see the number. You don't see the whole thing.
Yes, absolutely.
And that's with anything. I think that we don't educate ourselves on. We just see one little thing or one thing that we want to see. Sometimes it's just because we want it. We say, well, we do. I'm not going to lie. I'll say ice cream has no calories or isn't bad for you, but my cholesterol numbers don't say that.
Yeah, absolutely. You're absolutely right.
So that's a good example of what happens. We see a number and we say, oh, okay. And then the reality is, no, it's not so good. So, yes, I agree with you. Educate yourself.
Absolutely.
And
so
try to show up to these monthly meetings. I know I haven't been in a while because, me, I go to bed so early. And by the time my day's over, I'm snoring. But they are very important and very educational.
It is.
And just like the Holly Hill Business Luncheon that I do, I am able to attend. Things like that in the city, we need to do something. If you can only even attend one thing out there, I know usually you guys all attend even that. And it's so nice to see the city officials and the city people that run the city show up and be part of it.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And, as a business owner, when you're showing up and talking to us or just smiling at us, it does make us feel like it's important to have a business here.
And we want you here as much. We're excited when new businesses come to the city.
We got some new stuff going on in our city.
We got some new stuff. We can sit right on the corner starting to form.
Oh, I know. And even by my house on Mason there.
Absolutely. The store set going up there.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting how quick they clear it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I just get the cheapest entertainment going to work and it's there and you go home and it's like gone. But we got some big stuff getting ready to happen in our town.
Yeah, and I'm happy to see that. Even though I've been here now almost 2 years now, it's happy to see new growth and new businesses coming into the city. We need it.
Yeah, but we need to participate.
Yes, we need to participate.
Have our eyes and our ears open as we're driving around. And if we see stuff, you guys we can call you or text you or phone in and say, hey, this is weird happening or this is great happening. Don't only call with the bad stuff because like I said, I was excited to see, the thing with the blind person. I was excited to see that we have the traffic things up. I know this is weird, but I even enjoyed when it said this is a high crash zone.
Yes.
Because it just made you rethink.
Absolutely. And that's some of the things we're starting to do now. If you go on Daytona Avenue, you'll see the signage, the message board there. Well, it was there last month. And if you didn't drive by there, it was kind of comical.
It was comical. It was about we're not on a racetrack, right? Or we're not on,
this
however you
Daytona.
worded it. Yes. And that was like a block from my house. And I giggled so hard when I saw that because I thought, I wasn't speeding.
And how it reads is, this is Daytona Avenue, not the Speedway.
Yes, and
So,
I loved it. It was so cute.
Great little things like that we're trying to throw out there just to make it fun, laughter, but at the same time,
Totally.
educate and make you aware.
Well, you know what it made me do when I saw that when I'm reading it? I thought, are they taking a picture of me? I was going the right speed limit. I looked down to make sure, but it was just because it made me giggle.
Yeah.
And then I made me look down and go, okay, I'm good.
You're good.
I didn't want to have my picture plastered on a billboard saying WAPN owner was doing this.
Yeah, there you go.
But I think that's what those little things do.
Yes.
You know, just like the different things you do, like with the movie nights and the different things that you're doing, it's making us just rethink. I've been here for 40-something years. So you just get used to it.
Absolutely. You get comfortable and same old and whatnot. But we want to mix it up a little bit.
Get closer to my mic.
We want to mix it up a little bit. We want to change things a little bit. So I was happy to see our officers getting a little bit more creative.
Yes.
With
social media and stuff is so important.
Absolutely,
so,
absolutely.
That was whoever came up with that, I appreciated it. It was very cute. So what else can we do this month?
This month, we're also making a strong push. We are remodeling our police foundation board. We are looking for business owners and residents that want to be a part of a board, want to be on something that that can help the police department. This board was designed and created when I first got here to be as a secondary funding to support training and equipment and things of that nature for the police department that typically would not normally be funded by a regular city operational budget.
Okay.
These things are definitely unique and more expensive, so we needed secondary supplemental funding to support these efforts and endeavors. I am a recipient of our police foundation from Daytona Beach when I was there. I attended a very symposium up in Boston for 3 weeks where we was housed on the Boston University campus. And that training, it cost over $10,000.
Oh, I'm sure.
And that's what the Police Foundation was there to support, that where you get to collaborate with different minds of all from around the country, getting new ideas and bringing stuff back to your city and your police department to better serve the citizens of the city.
So how would somebody get involved with that?
Well, we have, you can reach out to me, myself, and we can get you in touch with our board members that need to get you to sign up and get you voted on the board. And we're also looking for financial donors as well to help us, assist us in getting us on our feet and getting us where we need to be at financially so we can support our officers in different training and equipment that we may need. We are starting to remake a lot of the things. We're going to try to create a website and information source that you can get to and read about the foundation and what it's about, mission, the values, the vision of the foundation itself. Right now, we currently have 6 members, but we're going to have probably 3 that's going to be leaving, so we're going to be looking for more members. If you want to donate, we do have a QR code that it should be on the website, our police website, but if it's not, we're going to try to make sure we get it on there. It is totally separate from the city
I was
itself.
going to say, we need to bring one of
Yes.
those board members in here. No, and
Yes.
talk about it so that
And
people
we
can
can do that.
totally understand
Yeah,
it.
absolutely. We can arrange that. I want you to know that it's totally separate from the city. The city has nothing to do with the police foundation board. It's a separate entity. And we try to use that when we have these special projects that we need to get done. I just had a request from our criminal investigations division, where a lot of crimes now are being done are occurring through technology.
Oh, yeah.
Cell phones, and we don't have the equipment to, like I would say, download cell phones. We have to parse that out to other agencies to help us out.
Oh, and they actually have equipment that you could do right there in the spot
Yes,
and do it?
it's the same type of equipment that cell phone companies use.
Okay.
When you take your phone in and you want to trade it in, they have a machine that dumps your phone and totally transfer your data to another phone. Well, it's the same type of equipment we're using here, but it's so expensive. I mean, just one box alone would cost us between $40,000 and $70,000.
Wow.
Just for the box alone.
Wow.
So this is the kind of things where the foundation comes into play and helps us out. We have annual awards every year. Our foundation board helps us with the annual awards to give the officers, to recognize our officers for the things that they do every year. We had our first award last year, and it went off it was great. All the officers loved it, and they liked what they saw, and we brought some of our businesses in and congratulate and recognize them as well. So we are looking forward to getting this foundation up and running very strongly, and we hope we can get the support from a lot of our residents and business owners.
Well, I know every year I go to the one that's at the Speedway with the different sheriff departments and different things for the wars. And that's probably one of my favorite things to get to go to every year, just because you sit there and you hear the different cities and you hear the different things that they've solved or helped solve or, been part of. And by the time you leave there, your heart is just so full.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
if you don't get to attend one of those things or the officers don't get recognized, then you don't hear about it and you don't realize they're human beings that are doing amazing, wonderful things.
Absolutely.
They had one about somebody that was going to commit suicide.
Yes.
And oh my goodness, I had tears running down my face, and this officer came up on it, figured out how to save this person. It was just, oh my goodness. And it was just, and I thought, wow, he just totally thought out of the box in 30 seconds and a life was changed.
Absolutely.
And that happens all the time.
All the time. We're not absolved from that.
Right. So I love that you guys are doing the awards thing and all that.
And, this past year was just since it was the first, we wanted to keep it insulated as possible just so we can
you got to learn and figure it all out. And,
But being it was highly successful, we're definitely going to be opening it up to make sure more public can attend if they want to attend as well. Last year we had it at the News Journal, so we'll probably be going back there again. It was a very nice setting, and we love it.
Is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, that's awesome.
So outside of that, we have our events coming up. We talked about the backpack drive, that was school backpack that we're giving away. We're also getting ready to start planning for our National Night Out event. That's going to be coming up in October, and we'll start sending out messaging and advertisements soon enough for vendors that want to be a part of that event as well.
Well, it's exciting times, isn't it?
Absolutely.
We are blessed to live in this town. We love this town. We love all of our people that run this town. So thank you